systems go. Clear for liftoff. Hello and welcome to this week's NASCAR Quick Hit here at SHIPIT Nation. And let me actually rephrase that. Hello, welcome to the final NASCAR Quick Hit for the 2024 NASCAR Cup season here at SHIPIT Nation. I am Eric, also known as TheGame on Discord, and tonight we're going to be discussing the Cup Championship race, which is taking place at the Phoenix Raceway. As always, as I've reminded you for 37, 38 races this year, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It really does go a very long way in helping us with the YouTube algorithm. It's free, and it's just a click of a button. You could have subscribed in the time me saying you could have subscribed. So please, if you haven't already, please do so here at our YouTube channel. All right, before we break down the Cup Championship race taking place at the Phoenix Raceway, let me, of course, mention us. Where's my screen share? Bam! ShipItNation.com. Everything you need to have success with DFS, success and fun with DFS. You already know with the monthly all access package, you get projections and ownership. You get the stone, you get rankings and all the sheets, you get GPP and cash core reports, slate plans, content for Showdown, you get education courses by all the boys, and of course, Shiptimizer and Discord access. And you get it for all of the sports. NFL, which is in full swing right now. College football, which is in full swing right now. NBA, the 10:30 game is about to tip off here in 3 minutes. PGA is in full effect. Not full effect. They're in swing season effect. MMA, we had a big night in the MMA streets tonight. Thank you, Titletown and Big Marley. We all appreciate that. Hockey is going on. MLB just wrapped up, and we're about to wrap up NASCAR. So, hey, ShipItNation.com, one-stop shop for everything you need to have fun and success in DFS. All right, let me go ahead and head back to my fancy overlay. Boom. All right. This week, Green Flag is at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and TV coverage is on NBC in America and TSN5 for our good friends in Canada. And we will absolutely be focusing on our Dominator points this weekend. Cup boys are doing 312 laps around Phoenix Raceway, which equals out to 218.4 Dominator points, and I will be using between 2 and 3 potential Dominators per lineup. All right, let me go ahead here and pull open my blank version of the stone. Let me pull my screen share overlay up here. Let me pull my notes up. Oh, wrong tab for notes. Here's the tab for notes. And let's go ahead and break down the field. As I have been doing, I'm just going to go through the entire field with just my thoughts off the top of my head for all of them. I'm pretty sure as well this is the format we're going to stick with for the 2025 season as well. This seems to be better than me just picking 4 drivers and speaking about them. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our pole sitter. And these past few weeks, I have stated that this driver is not going to win at Phoenix. And then he went and put it on the pole and had fantastic practice at Phoenix. And that driver is one Martin Truex Jr. Plus 850 on the books. Great track type ranking, great track ranking. Truthfully, I was planning on fully fading him until practice and qualifying today. Now I am all aboard the Truex Jr. trade. What's nice with Truex as well as he's cheap compared to the other top Dominator plays, and at Phoenix, since they went through their reconfiguration, I want to say they went through a reconfiguration 5-6 years ago. The leader, the pole sitter, rather, has had a major advantage in laps led. So, absolutely jumping on the Truex Jr. bandwagon on Sunday. And let me get a drink. 1 second. There was hardly anything in there. All right. Next up, Joey Logano, Championship 4 contender. And he always seems to win the championship in even years, which just so happens to be what 2024 is. Great in practice. Plus 250 on the books. I think the only one that matches him is Blaney. Yeah, love me some Logano on Sunday. Ross Chastain, one of the public enemies currently for Team Chevrolet, won this race last year. I will have some exposure to him. Wasn't that great in practice. And he really does seem to be public enemy number one. Well, along with some other Chevy teams, but people seem to really not like Chastain for his part in the shenanigans last weekend at Martinsville. Is that going to keep me away from playing him? No. Will I probably have less exposure to him compared to the other top Dominator plays? Yes. Kyle Larson, what's there to say? He's amazing, right? He's fantastic. Fantastic at practice, great track form, great track type rate, great recent form. Larson should be in the playoffs. It's not. Chase Elliott, he's decent here. Great recent form, great at this type of track. Mid practice, I will have him in the player pool. I just don't know how much exposure I'm going to end up getting to him. Ty Gibbs. Can't believe Ty Gibbs did not win this season. He was I hammered that point home a lot early midseason that Ty Gibbs was going to win, and he didn't. Yeah, decent in the short runs of practice, but kind of fell off in the 10 lap and didn't do anything else. I'm probably not going to have too much Ty on Sunday, but he's cheaper than some of the other ones up there. So I do understand if you get some exposure to him. Christopher Bell. I will be heavy on Bell this weekend. He got screwed. I think there's no way else to put it. He got screwed out of the final four in the playoffs. He should be in. William Byron should not be in. And he let NASCAR have it today. It's the strongest I've ever heard Christopher Bell speak. And it would not surprise me to see him go out there and just kick the shit out of everybody on Sunday. Practice speeds weren't there, but that does not scare me off of Bell at all. Willie B, Championship 4 contender. Fantastic in practice, fantastic recent form and track ranking. Have exposure to Willie B. Harrison Burton, fade. Tyler Reddick, Championship 4 contender. Have exposure to him. I think as far as practice goes, I think he was the slowest of the four, but still, Championship 4 contender. You cannot not play him. In fact, I didn't say this point earlier. The Championship 4, Logano, Byron, Blaney, and Reddick, have exposure to them all. I'm not saying go crazy exposure. I'm not saying lock them in. Have exposure to them, because at least, in my opinion, at least 2 of the 4 will probably end up being optimal. So back to Reddick. I think he was the slowest in practice for the Championship 4, but that doesn't scare me off of him at all. We'll absolutely be playing Reddick. Austin Cindric, what? Well, where did this speed come from? Look, he's the one Team Penske driver that's not in the playoffs, or at least not in the Championship 4. He was in the playoffs. But that doesn't frighten me off of him this week. He was fantastic in practice, and his two other teammates are in the championship four. It could be a Team Penske 1, 2, 3 on Sunday. It would not surprise me. Next up, Chase Briscoe, his final race for Stewart-Haas Racing. In fact, the final race period for Stewart-Haas Racing. Yeah, I have no issues in playing Briscoe. Not the best recent form, not the best type of track rank for him, but he's been decent here. So even though this ranking, or rather, although his track type rank isn't the best, he has run decent here. So give me some Chase Briscoe. Justin Haley, hard for me to do because I love me some Justin Haley, but I will be fading him on Sunday. He just hasn't shown any decent performance ever at Phoenix. Denny Hamlin was in court with NASCAR just a few days ago. 9,800 on DK, plus 2,500 on the books. Yeah, love me some Denny Hamlin, right? Cheap, all things considered, 9,800. Fantastic in practice. He ranked first in the 10, in the 20, and the 25. Yeah, no, give me definitely load up on some Denny Hamlin. Carson Hocevar. If you've watched these videos, you know I like Hocevar. Another week where you have to play him, in my opinion. 6,700, decent in practice. Yes, the odds aren't there. Yes, the recent form, the track rank, and the track type rank is not there. However, he's trending up. He's had a fantastic season as a rookie. And it's hard to pass in the next-gen car, and he's starting 15th. There you go. Alex Bowman, 7,700. Decent in practice, decent recent form. Not so good here at Phoenix. Probably won't be getting to him on Sunday. Ryan Blaney, amazing at Phoenix. So amazing. He was first in the 1, first in the 5, first in the 10, and first in the 15, and is A's across the board as far as power rankings go. If it's not going to be Logano, in my opinion, if Logano doesn't win this championship, it's going to be Blaney. Blaney just has to pass a hell of a lot more cars to do it. John Hunter Nemechek, fade. Eric Jones, fade. And truthfully, that hurts to do. Not so much Nemechek, but Jones. Jones is a hell of a race car driver. Legacy Motor Club just has been trash all season long. And there's no reason to think they're going to stop that now, right? So fading both. Actually, there's 3 legacy cars. We'll get to the third one here in a second. But fading Nemechek and Jones. Corey LaJoy, fade. Only his, 3rd or 4th race at Rick Ware. He hasn't, in my opinion, performed in that car like Justin Haley did. Yes, he was fast in the, 1 lap, but that doesn't, fade. Starting 21st, Noah Gragson, his final race for Stewart-Haas. Yeah, practice speeds aren't good. But his power rankings, even though they aren't good compared to some of the other ones around him, D's better than an F, right? So I'm probably not getting to him, but I do understand if you get to him. Daniel Hemrick, fading him. Jimmy Johnson, gotta fade old 7-time. Have to. Him and the next gen just do not jive. And he is in this car just to make sponsors happy. I don't think he's ever had a decent performance when he's driven this legacy car. And that's not going to happen on Sunday. So fading Jimmy Johnson. Chris Buescher, speeds weren't there in the short run. He did seem to get better as the long run progressed during practice, which seems to be how his races normally go. So I have no problem playing Buescher on Sunday. Kyle Busch, will this be the first season that Kyle Busch does not win a NASCAR Cup Series race. Yeah, probably going to be. And that hurts me to say because I'm a Kyle Busch fan. Lord, somehow, please get him away from Richard Childress Racing next year. That's not going to happen, but we can pray. Derek Kraus, fade. Brad Keselowski. Remember what I said about Buescher like 4 drivers ago? Not the best in practice. Probably will have decent long run speed. Same thing goes for Keselowski. Me personally, I'm probably not going to get there, but I don't envision him finishing 27th either on Sunday. So I see him working his way through the field. How far? I don't know, but he will definitely pass at least some cars on Sunday. Zane Smith, probably my favorite punt because there's not many good punts to choose from. Not terrible at practice. Yeah, I'll take a shot on Zane. Bubba Wallace. I'll take a shot on Bubba. He ran a lot of practice, but that's probably getting used to a new spotter in his ear since his spotter, Freddie Kraft, was suspended for this race due to the shenanigans that happened last week at Martinsville. So I would assume he ran that much practice just getting used to a new voice in his ears while in the car. But he was decent in practice. And he starts 29th, so solid PD upside. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., fade. Todd Gilliland. Normally I would... Wait, no. Kaz Grala, fade. Now Todd Gilliland. I normally always include Gilly in my pools. Not the best in practice. And he's, 6,300? For 400 more, I can get Hocevar, who gives you 15 or so better spots ahead of Gilly and way better practice speeds. If I can afford it, I'm going to jump up to Hocevar over Gilliland. Ryan Preece, last race for Stuart Haas, probably going to fade. He's been trash all season. He's shown tiny glimmers of hope, but yeah, fading. Let's see here. Daniel Suarez doesn't seem to have the ability here like his teammate Ross has, so I'm probably off of him. Michael McDowell, his last race for Front Row Motorsports, I'll probably play some Michael McDowell. Looking at these drivers here in the back, he's definitely the safest. Well, Josh Berry's the safest. But other than Josh Berry, Michael McDowell's the safest. Austin Dillon, fade. But he has had some decent speed these past few weeks. I just don't think that's going to translate to Sunday. JJ Yaley, fade. Chad Fincham, fade. Josh Berry. Got to play Josh, in my opinion. He should be a cash game lock. He spun out during qualifying. And, that's why he's starting 39th. His last race for Stuart Haas, his last race with crew chief Rodney Childers, and starting dead last. So he can't lose you place differential points. So love me some Josh Berry on Sunday. And that's it. What's great is I barely even used any of the notes I wrote down, which is pretty awesome. All right. That's it. That's all I got for this championship slate breakdown. Personally, thank you. Thank you to Tambo. Thank you to Hoop. Thank you to DGen. Thank you to you. Everybody who's listened, watched, read, asked questions, made money this season with SHIPIT Nation and our NASCAR content. Thank you. This is the first season I've ever done anything like this after years of thinking I could probably do this. DGen took a shot on me. Life changed then quickly. And here we are, Tambo, Hoop, DGen, and everybody. So everybody, thank you. All of my friends who's helped me behind the scenes. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. And you know what? I think we're gonna do it again next year. So as always, good luck in the slate. Any questions about the slate, please go ahead and feel free to hit me up. SHIPIT Nation member, SHIPIT Nation members in the Discord last week, I mentioned I'll be putting together a special Championship 4 stream. I am still doing that. Expect a private link to be posted in the Discord before the race tomorrow. All right, now that's everything I have. Again, thank you for your time this NASCAR season, and the 2025 Daytona 500 will be here before you know it. Good luck this weekend, and as always, let's ship it. And we do dramatic pause and the outro.